Okay, so I got myself a beer here, and I think I'm ready to get started on my other portion of my Pokemon collection here. So, remember when I was talking about the cards that I have framed in my office? Well, here they are. So that's what I was saying. This is the Japanese Team Rocket cards, and this is the little Mew. The Team Rocket one, I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera, but that Team Rocket one is actually holographic. So this is, I know it's not quite like the rarest card in the world, but I do love it, and I just think it just looks really cool. I always love the Team Rocket character designs, and I've always been a big fan of the just Team Rocket in general. And there's the reverse. Here's the little Mew. Now, Mew isn't holographic, so for whatever reason in my brain when I was a kid, it was just like, yep, Mew. That's what I was talking about before, was that it was on all of the promotions, so this was always kind of like in our brains at the time, the rarest card in the whole wide world, or like the rarest Pokemon, because there was only one, because it was, in the movie, he was genetically modified, like he was designed by Giovanni or whatever. So those are sitting on my office desk whenever I play Team Fortress 2. So then we're going to get into these cards, which are I figured it out. It was the Topps Promotional movie cards. So they weren't Burger King ones, but you would get them in packs. And so here's my stack of those. Let's get this plastic top open here. And we'll go through it. So at the bottom of this little collector thing is this cute holographic thingamajig. That's pretty neat. I actually really like that. It's kind of a hodgepodge of Pokemon. I thought it was like, now that I'm looking at it, it really is just all from the Nintendo game. But, yeah, that looks really nice. I like the holographic aspect of it. Here's the reverse. So it's just, let's see, Bandai, 1998, made in Japan. Wow, that's actually interesting. I thought these would be all made in, wow, that's actually pretty cool. So it kind of gives you the whole story of the Pokemon, or well, this says anime collection. So, but yeah, here's the Pokemon, the first movie cards right here. Here's the stack of them. I'm gonna try to just slide through these. I thought it would be a really funny joke to like do like a fireside chat, and then I realized like it actually like generates a lot of heat. I didn't build like a huge fire, but it's kind of warm on my hands here. Here's the reverse side. So I'll go through those really quick. So like I said, I went to go see the original movie like 100 times, and what I remember most about it was that it was actually kind of a depressing movie. There's actually characters that die, but the other thing is about the first Pokemon movie is that they showed new Pokemon. So it always started off with the 150, and then the 151, and the 151st one was Mew. But, I guess this is from, okay, so it's a mix. So there's I used to have this VHS cassette, and it's Pikachu's Vacation. And Pikachu's Vacation was a cute little, it was like a 30-minute movie about Pikachu and his friends. There's more Pokemon the movie. This is where Mewtwo goes crazy. Charizard, Giovanni. Oh, I mixed it up. So Mewtwo is the genetically modified one and is based off the genes of Mew, and Mew is like a rare creature that comes from an alien planet. That's right. I forgot. Whoops. Sorry. It's been almost 25 years since I've seen this movie, so you're going to have to excuse my recollection on it. I'll show you the reverses really quick. I want to kind of go through these real quick. There's Pikachu's Vacation, Pokemon the movie, Pokemon the movie, more. Oh, look at that. Okay, so here you go. Some of them were holographic. So there's one that's holographic. Pokemon the movie. Here's one this one's kind of cool. I like that. So on the reverse side, it tells you, okay, so like here, let's see if I can get that in focus. So I have to blast I have to really open up the shutter here, but it says, in a hidden mountain base of Team Rocket, Mewtwo is outfitted with a fantastic suit of psychic armor. Not only will this incredible armor protect his body, but it will also help to focus Mewtwo's potent psychic energy. The next few weeks will be a torrent of training exercises to help Mewtwo achieve its full potential and finally recognize its purpose, says the boss. But are those goals up to its own Team Rockets? Sorry, I can't. The text is really small here, and I'm also illiterate, so you have to excuse my stumbling. So this is kind of what I was saying about before with like promotional art. You're not going to be able to see it, but this looks really gross. I wish I could focus in on this, but it's like very clear that it's just blasted, and it's completely just a low resolution image. A lot of these are repeats. I feel like collector stuff like this just doesn't hold any value anymore because like there's so many of them, but also because they were so crappy. Like this, like what the hell, like who the hell at Topps was like, okay, so Topps is an American company, and they're very, very famous for making baseball cards. So like in the history of collectible cards, it started out, so like with my grandparents, it was baseball cards. Then with my dad, it was hockey cards. And now, my generation, millennials, it was Pokémon cards, and now it's back to baseball and football cards. I guess there are some people who still collect this crap, but I mean, just look how ugly that is. And it's also just it's just like this weird still, and it's like you can see this like jagged edge. I always call that aberration, like chromatic aberration, but that's not what it's called. It's like a still, like where you take the VHS cassette and you pause it, and it's like in that middle frame. And here's the reverse. Some of them you'll see here. There's one like this. It's just like a random still. Like what is wrong with you? More Pikachu's Vacation. Here's all the Pikachu's Vacation. There's Charizard. And there's the one that's not holographic. This one's holographic with Ash that gets turned into stone, and Pikachu's tears revives him. So there's that. Like these just seem really haphazard. But they do have like the similar gloss to baseball cards. If you ever had like an old school baseball card, one other thing about them is that they have like this sheen to them. This one is technically holographic, like on the bottom, but whatever. This is interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna read this straight up as the bungling villains look at the bioengineered laboratory. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but the typeset. Let's get another card here. Like, it's just so haphazard, but the typeset isn't even. Like the where it says the bioengineered laboratory, the laboratory is off kilter like this. So, okay, so we'll do this. Bioengineered laboratory. They came across a recording from the original Pokemon research team. It relates how years ago that they discovered a fossil of the ancient Pokemon Mew and genetically recreated it. Then, after many tries, they were able to clone super Pokemon from Mew's DNA, Mewtwo. But the creator's anger was out of control, and it destroyed the entire lab. And the tape ends. The creatures, whatever. This text is super small. And once again, I'm illiterate. I have like a reading comprehension of a 6th grader. But there you go. So there's that. Bungling buffoons are Team Rocket friends. Okay. Charizards biting each other. So if you don't remember, the whole theme of the movie is friends against friends, which is a little messed up. And the whole point is that through adversity, through friendship, you overcome adversity. So just to kind of give you a general idea of like the random quality of the cards here, there's 3 different ones. I don't know if you can pick it up, but this one on the bottom is like 10 different shades than this card up here. Maybe they were sitting in the Arizona sun for a little too long. Here's another weird hologram. I feel like the holographic. So what I was saying before, one of the reasons why I don't like the original Pokemon card holographics is that the holographic part would get scratched really easily, and then this is just an overall like nice looking holographic aspect or element or whatever you want to call it. But it's just like, okay, why is the part that's shiny Ash's table, like everything that isn't Ash? Like it just seems like a bunch of Americans got the license, like this American company got licensed to the Pokemon cards, and we're just like, this is their interpretation of it, rather than just like making their own unique elements out of it. And then they mass produced it. Oh, here's an interesting one. Okay, that's the island where Mewtwo lives after he destroys and kills a bunch of people, which is, I guess, on the reverse side of the shelter. So these are not from Burger King, which I kind of want to... Okay, what I was saying was I have these 3 cards, and one's holographic, and the other 2 aren't, and then I have Venusaur, so that's Ivysaur and Venusaur. Charmander. Oh, here's a Blastoise. Too bad none of these held any of its value. 2 Dragonites and whatever this thing is, the water snake thing. But that's neat. Oh, does it say on that? Whatever. I don't care. Here you go. Pokemon Topps trading cards. Oh, here you go. So here's the list of all of the... Gotta catch them all. Topps trading cards. So there you go. And yeah, that's the brand Topps. These are interesting. I don't remember exactly how these came in. Maybe these came in packs, or maybe you just bought them. So this is the reverse side, and each card you would gather them up, and they would make one big, basically like a mini poster. So that's what they look like on the reverse side. You can see Ash's hat and his vest or whatever, his iconic vest. Oh, here's his eyeball on the reverse side. So they took like 4 different... I don't know if you remember this, but this also happened with Metal Gear Solid 2. The old McFarlane toys, they had... for Metal Gear Solid 2, you would buy each character, and then each character would have an arm, a leg, and then like a body of the Metal Gear Ray. So that's kind of what they did here, but it's like kind of just not as nice as that. And... okay, so now we're back at the beginning. All right, pause, and we're going to get to the other stuff. So we're going to go through this a little quickly. These aren't as special, but they're interesting to still look at. And so you can kind of see my brain when I was a child. I had the 2 books. So I had the big black binder that would have the ones that I liked. The red one with Pikachu on it was my super special select cards. And then I had these, which were just loosely sitting inside plastic. And it was like a tub that I used to put my Thomas toys in. And I had a lot of Pokemon cards, a huge deck, but over the years I would give them to cousins and nephews, and then I would just keep the special ones, or the ones that I remember the most. But here's the remainder of them, and you can kind of see with these, they were loosely sitting, and then I would have these, I don't know if this comes up, but like this Beanie Baby or this Teeny Baby card holders, and there you go. Some of them have reverse. Here's Sand Slash. So I was still interested in just keeping like stuff together, and you know, Sandshrew is such a cute little guy. I like him a lot. There's those, and you can also see. So I remember watching this with someone else's video. There used to be these collector books. It was like magazines that would give you the values of cards. And I kind of vaguely remember that the books would always value Japanese cards. And I think that's where I got inside my head that they were more valuable. I might be misremembering that. The reality of the situation that probably happened was that it was harder to get the Japanese cards. And they were also early releases of the Pokemon, like the regular Pokemon cards with newer designs. And so I kind of extrapolated that and just thought overall that they were probably like rare and super cool. But you can see, once again, I was like super obsessed with these Japanese cards. And I don't know if this was in one of my books, but I just love that little design. It's such a great... It reminds me a lot of like Dexter's Lab. Like it has like that very super stylized look to it, and that it's super graphic, but it just like pops out so well. I just love that kind of stuff, man. But this is there's a Fossil Set Haunter first edition, so you can kind of see like if it's not holographic, I wasn't like, oh my god, this is the most rare thing in the world, but it was worth preserving. Let's see, Golbat. Oh yeah, here's my Dragonite, another first edition fossil non-holographic. So that's cool. And I do have the holographic one sitting in my notebook there. So here's the other interesting thing. You can see that I'm keeping like... So these are unchanged from when I originally got them. Maybe I changed them a little bit like later in life, like when I was like, 9, 10, 12 or whatever. But, you can see the like going to like ones. Rattata. That one's cute. More trainer cards. Whoops. I'll pick that up and I'll show it. See, make sure those are in frame or focus. It's the back side. Some of them have reverses to them. Yep, there you go. Oh yeah, this is what I was saying before was my obsession. You could see right off the bat Ekans, Pikachu. And I think on that other side of... Oh no, I guess it's an Electro guy. Oh yeah, there's 2 Ekans, 3 Ekans. This one I actually have, the American one that was holographic. I can't find it anywhere. I recently saw it. It came in one of the starter packs, like those big boxes. And it still had the plastic covering onto it, but if I find it, I'll show it at some point. Kabuto's. Oh, and my energy cards. Oh yeah, look how great that little drawing is. Isn't that just so fascinating? It's just like so cool to see like these little weird pen and ink drawings. Okay, here's the 2 that I dropped. Oh. Yeah. That's where they were. And here's my Pokemon the first movie card that I got at the actual movie. So just as a compare and contrast, one of the things that I think is one of the stronger elements to these cards is that... Oh, here we go. So here's the Topps one. I don't want to keep crapping on the Topps one. I actually really like Topps cards. I think like the actual quality of the card's really nice. And they overall, so they were just sitting, I guess, loosely in a little plastic container. It's not like they've been played with or at all. But these cards, they hold up really well and they feel nice in the hand. Like they actually feel like, I don't know if it's actual cardboard like this, but I just think like this overall design is so lazy, and they had like their normal production for baseball cards or whatever, and they just didn't really think around it. And then this is just like, you can put it inside like your Pokemon collectible books. You can put it next to all the other ones and it won't stand out, but it has just like these nice little details like that, and the actual art itself is just wonderful. Like it's just so considered. And just the compare and contrast between the two different promotional things. This is my little Pokeball, and inside is Pikachu. Yay! It's the golden one. Isn't this cute? This is actually like one of my pride collections. I saw a video of someone talking about it, and they just had this cute little golden playing card. But I just wanted to be like, haha, I actually have the Pokeball and the certificate of authenticity of Pikachu. This Pokemon Special Edition 23 karat gold plating trading card has been produced to the highest standards for Nintendo of America. It was made from the highest quality alloy to ensure lasting value, long life, and beauty. We suggest that it remain in its clear cover, which it has been delivered. Fingerprints and exposure to weather will cause the superb finish to tarnish. So that's just telling stupid little kids like me, don't take it out of its packaging because you'll mess it up. And if I could read properly, it would have sounded a lot better. Yep, Pokemon Special Edition, 23 karat gold plated trading card, 25 Pikachu, officially licensed by Nintendo, and there's the chairman of Nintendo of America. Yeah, and you would get these in Burger King. I think you would have to actually like buy them specially. The only thing that isn't in immaculate condition. So what is this? I can't. Okay, that's like hurting my brain. Here. Look at this cute little Pokeball. Okay, so this is what it says. Length, 1 foot, 4 inches, weight, 13 pounds. Mouse Pokemon. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms. Evolution. Pikachu to Raichu. And it says Thunderstone. Yeah, you needed a Thunderstone to change it. 1999 Nintendo. So yeah, that's that. That is like a really pretty little piece. And this is, once again, the pride of my collection. And going back and looking at this, I'm very happy that I still have it. I think at one point I might have had one of the other ones, but I'm happy to have this. All right, last but not least, I have this thing. So I have no clue what in the world this is. I just randomly found it, and here it is. That's the top. Let's see. All right, I had that other thing in my hand. So it says, in focus. Okay. 1995, Nintendo Creatures Inc. Game Freak Inc. Made in Japan for sale in Japan only. $30. Pokemon Neo S. Sheet protector for CAO. Curious Creatures. Okay, well, it was $30 whenever I got it, so probably $19.99. And it probably was for playing. I don't know. I'm just making conjecture here. So that's the only thing that's legible. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I got rid of a lot of that stuff. I kind of regret it now, but it was just a lot of donations to nieces and nephews. So that's fun. Yeah, that's my Pokemon card collection, or the rest of it, whatever I can find. If I can find more floating about somewhere, I'll post pictures about it. The heck are these things? Benthic? What? What? Ow. Just more beer nerd crap. Benthic is a compilation of beers that been past the traditional on their way to the outer realm. They are fantastic sensory realities delivered through the extreme use of raw material, a commitment to time, and hard work of many. Benthic region is the deepest area of the ocean, a place unknown to almost everyone. Benthic is a conceptual place we can call all experience when completely immersing our thoughts in something. This beer visits both. Cheers from everyone at Half Acre. Interesting. I wonder if these will hold their value. I don't know. This is true nerd crap.